Here manager Lee Allinson after a 3-2 victory over Kettering. Lee, firstly, how important was this win?
It's a fantastic win for the football club, mate. I'm not sure how many times we beat Kettering, but you know, I think that's one of the first. And to come here against such a good side and be 1-0 down at half time, to come through and win 3-2 with 10 men, it's a credit to the players, mate, and the coaching staff for getting them how fit they are in Eddie and Brett. And you know, it was just a fantastic victory, mate. I'm just so delighted for the players tonight.
Yeah, first half we started brightly, and we had our fair share of possession throughout it. However, Kettering kind of found their way back in the half. How would you assess the first half?
I think you just summed it up there, mate. I think first half we started really well. I was really impressed with how we started. There was sort of no hangover from Saturday. But even though we started okay and pinned them in, I just felt that we didn't have any energy in the wide areas. We weren't closing their full-backs down quick enough. And then we got into a little point where we've taken a silly throw where we're normally going in long. We've given the ball away, and from there I felt they dominated for 20 minutes of the first half, and deservedly went in front, although we didn't defend the corner well enough. And then they've had another corner just after. We didn't defend it well enough again, and they just got turning us and runners going off, and our runners up front weren't working hard enough other than Joe, and we weren't getting engaged with the ball, and it was just I felt it was just really average at half time, and to be fair, I'll give them a rocket at half time because I just don't think we was working hard enough, and full credit to them second half. They've come out and done what I've asked them to do.
Yeah, as you said, second half we started even brighter. So I think we scored within inside a minute. What were your thoughts on the second half? Obviously we had Sol sent off, but it didn't look to kind of obstruct us in any way.
No, and you know what I've always said, I think we're one of the fittest teams in the league. You know, Bally, to be fair to him, got a big rocket at half time, and I thought second half him and Macca, they both got it, and second half I thought they were outstanding. The work rate, the desire, the willingness to press the ball was second to none. And the two in midfield of Donovan and Forbesy were brilliant. It's a sending off, you know, Sol's left the ground. He hasn't made a great contact with the lad, but I've got no complaints with the sending off. But we just started turning them the way we turn teams, and getting in front and going to press and working higher up the pitch, and listen, we've stopped them turning us in the second half, and again I felt, actually to be fair, I felt we deserved the win.
In the second half when Sol got sent off, Jordan Gent came on for Tommy Smith, and it didn't look like there was a change of shape. Can you just talk us through the change? Yeah,
no, we spoke to Tommy before the game. He's struggling with a bit of a hip, but I didn't feel after the performance on Saturday it'd be right to change the side tonight. And then, to be fair, he's come up with the hip again tonight, so he's had to come off. Jordan's come on, and listen, Jordan and Tommy are very similar. They're great aerially. Probably Tommy's got that little bit more pace, but Jordan's got the experience, talks really well, and I thought Jordan's come on tonight and been brilliant, as long as with Tommy as well. I felt was brilliant for the time he was on the pitch.
You just mentioned there it was an unchanged side. From a manager's perspective, is this quite risky in such a short period of time between games?
I think it was tonight, because obviously the downfall of where we played against Gloucester and Wealdstone, and then going on the Tuesday nights against Stourbridge and how at Lowestoft, I felt we were poor on them 2 Tuesday nights. Tonight I felt we were very poor first half, especially last 20 minutes, but second half we were outstanding, as I say. And you know, I could have changed it. I give them the shirt. I've told them it's theirs to keep now, and to be fair to them, they've kept their shirts tonight.
We did, like you just mentioned in there, we did talk about not having the right reactions after big games. What do you think the problem was, and do you think a win like this in this fashion, do you think that will kind of solve the problem?
Yeah, it's always difficult when, you know, I believe when you come off the back of good wins, it's always hard to motivate yourself. And as I said to the boys in there tonight, the FA Trophy's gone now. This is our bread and butter. If we want to go and get into the playoffs, we have to come to these sides because everyone's winning around us and try and win games. And you know, I felt that, you know, as I say, the second half reaction was outstanding tonight, and that's what won us the game.
And what can you tell us about next week, our next match?
It's going to be tough again. It's Tamworth. You know, it's probably the 2 biggest clubs in the Southern League, in Kettering and Tamworth. Another really hard game. You know, and we'll take that and try and perform like we did tonight. And we'll train on Thursday. We'll patch up the boys that are struggling. They need treatment, and take that forward on to Saturday, and hopefully try and pick up another 3 points.
Brilliant.
Thank you.